Whether you run a Go High Level agency or an SMMA or paid ads agency, if you're making $10,000 to $50,000 per month and still feel like you're doing everything yourself, this isn't a business problem, it's a systems problem. Now, you'll notice I'm reading off a script and, well, that's intentional. There's a lot to cover here, and I'd rather just get straight to the point than waste your time rambling. You'll never not see me using ChatGPT to sharpen my message and make it more powerful. Why? Well, because my goal is to help you win. I'm Esteban Lopez, founder of Tech Artemis, and what you're about to learn is not theory. It's the exact backend we've built to help agencies scale into high-margin, productized, AI-powered machines. I'm not going to waste your time talking about how AI is a gold mine. We already know this, so let's just cut straight to the chase. The hard truth, most agency owners don't fail because they don't know how to sell. You've hit the growth ceiling that shows up when you become the bottleneck. You're chasing leads manually, you're onboarding clients manually, you're jumping into delivery yourself, you're selling low ticket, you're selling commoditized services that everyone else is selling, and you know deep down that this isn't sustainable. So let's start by getting clear. Where are you right now? What's your role in the business today? What's falling through the cracks? And most importantly, what's the cost of staying here? Because everything you want, more time, more revenue, more leverage, is on the other side of replacing yourself with systems. That's what this mini course is here to show you: how to install infrastructure that gives you freedom, not just more to manage. In this next few videos, I'll show you the 4 systems that run our business and dozens of others at scale, the exact tech stack we use, Go High Level and Boxinity, and why we chose it, how to turn your own backend into an offer that clients will pay you $5,000 to even $20,000 for, and how we do all this without adding team chaos or delivery burnout. Now, here's where things really start to shift. You're not just learning this to fix your business. You're learning this so you can bridge the same operational gap for the clients you serve. You already solve important problems for them: getting leads, running ads, designing websites, building brand presence. But now you'll be able to bring something even more valuable to the table: a backend system that runs their business, not just markets it; AI tools that respond, qualify, follow up, and book leads; and seamless delivery that removes them from the day-to-day. And that starts by doing it for yourself first. Because once you see how it works in your own business, it becomes 10 times easier to offer it to your clients with full confidence. We call this earning while implementing. You build your agency infrastructure while you build a new high-ticket offer powered by the same infrastructure. And that's the real leverage. And we'll show you how to activate it. Now, before we dive into module 2, I want to show you a visual framework we use to map this transformation. Now, this chart over here shows you how to connect where your clients are now: overwhelmed, disorganized, missing leads, no follow-ups, inconsistent, no systems in place, to where they actually want to be: predictable, automated, consistent, profitable, more freedom. Each vertical pillar in this framework, traffic systems, lead management, booking systems, pre-selling systems, is an opportunity for you to build real systems that solve real problems. Now, this is only an example, but let's just break down each of these pillars. Traffic system. You're likely helping your clients with this already: running ads, optimizing content, managing social media. But let's face it, you're selling low-ticket commoditized services. The real opportunity lies in packaging the traffic into a predictable acquisition engine. Lead management system. Most agencies have basic setups for themselves and their clients. Maybe a lead form, simple flows on Go High Level, maybe a spreadsheet to keep track of the KPIs, but they rely on their client to respond quickly when a lead comes in. And guess what? Clients don't. Leads fall through the cracks. The opportunity here is systems. Qualify and push leads forward without needing your clients to be reactive. Booking systems. Follow-ups, manual. DMs, missed. Your client is dropping the ball. And in your own agency, you might be doing the follow-ups yourself or outsourcing it to a VA from the Philippines who's juggling 20 other agencies. No wonder leads ghost. A real system follows up relentlessly and books calls automatically. Now, pre-selling system. Most agencies rely on basic reminders. If that, there's no education, no nurturing, no reason for a lead to get excited about the call. We fixed that with AI-powered pre-selling flows that warm up leads, share social proof, and make showing up the obvious next steps. Now remember, there's a saying: solve problems for rich people and you'll become a millionaire. It all starts with truly understanding their pain points and then offering a solution that's engineered to remove them. Now let's dive into module 2 by clicking the button below, and let's start mapping out your system. I'll see you on the other side. If you made it through module 1, then you already understand the real bottleneck isn't leads or team or even fulfillment. It's the lack of systems. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact visual framework I use to design a backend that not only sells and delivers your service, but actually scales without you needing to manage it all manually. This is the same structure I use for my agency, and it's what we install for all our clients. What we're going to cover: how to map out your current backend visually so you can see the chaos clearly, the key layers of an automated agency backend, where AI and automation plug in for maximum impact, and how to build once, then sell and deliver it over and over again. You can't scale what you don't fully understand. If your backend only lives inside your head, inside scattered SOPs, or is stitched together using 10 different applications, you're not running a business. You're babysitting a Frankenstein operation. It creates stress, gaps in the delivery, and inconsistent fulfillment. When you're consistently piecing things together with random tools just to keep your agency running, it becomes a nightmare to manage and nearly impossible to delegate. That's why this visual map is so important. It gives you the blueprint to get clarity on how your backend currently functions, identify the key friction points and breakdowns, and design a system that's clean, scalable, and hands-off. So let's break it down. Now that you understand the importance of visualizing and simplifying your backend, we're going to walk you through each layer of the infrastructure we use and install for clients. This is where you'll see how all the moving parts from traffic onboarding come together into one seamless system that doesn't rely on you doing everything manually. Now, let me walk you through my personal funnel and system so you can actually see how it works in action. If you're already doing $10,000, $20,000, even $50,000 per month, I know you'll understand the structure. I drive all my traffic, whether paid or organic, to a form. Once someone opts in, they're immediately taken to my mini course where I educate them on the infrastructure that's helped us scale, because I know how complex and confusing it can be. From there, they're invited to apply. If they qualify, they're routed to my high ticket service, to scheduling, to pre-selling system, to sales call, right? And then to the onboarding. Now, if not, they're guided to a lower ticket option that still helps them move forward, processing, and then payment. I believe in being transparent. I'm not hiding the process. I want you to see how it works and understand how you can actually replicate something similar for your own business. Once we understand how it works, we can then structure a system that works in the back end to manage all the lead flow that comes in. Now, let's zoom in on a critical piece of the back end, the pre-selling system. This is where most agencies lose leads, not because of bad marketing, but because the lead goes cold between the booking and the call. That's where AI-driven pre-selling system comes in. It's built to increase show-up rates and make leads feel like they've already made the right decision before they hop on the call with you. Here's how. Strategic reminder via SMS and email to keep your offer top of mind. Automated delivery of case studies, testimonials, and podcast clips to build trust. Educational material and micro content to answer objections before they actually arise. And AI chat and voice agents to remind them of their appointment or even reschedule them. This isn't just about booking calls. It's about priming the lead, warming them up, and eliminating doubt before the first conversation even happens. When your pre-selling system is built the right way, your leads don't just show up. They arrive confident and eager. Why? Well, because they've already experienced the same value-rich journey you'll be delivering to them as a client. Now, let's tie it all together. Here's actually the complete walkthrough of how the pieces actually flow. So the traffic source, whether it's comment to DM, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're running reels and you have a call to action that says, hey, comment the word launch or AI, whatever it is, and I'm going to send you all the info. So what's going to happen is, well, we automatically automate the system and we're going to send them and push them to the actual funnel. It could be Facebook ads. It could be Google. You could be running YouTube. You could be running LinkedIn automation or even running ads through LinkedIn. It doesn't matter. What we're doing is pushing everybody that's coming in, either paid or organic, to your evergreen funnel. Now, this is an example of what I'm doing, and not everyone is going to be using mini courses. Some people might be using VSLs. Some people might have their VSL right in their lander, right, to a form, or maybe even an application. This is where you need to map out what your personal funnel looks like. And then you're going to be able to structure the system around your funnel. So if you look at what I'm doing, I currently have you in the mini course. Now, once you opted in, you should have already received your asset right here. You opted in. You should have received your initial message. It could be this one, or maybe I updated it. What I'm trying to show you is what's happening in the back end. You're receiving the initial message with the assets. And then you're receiving the initial email as well with the assets. Then I'm just giving you some time. I want you to watch the mini course. I want you to enjoy it and learn and educate yourself as much as possible with this mini course. That's what it's for. Now, after the mini course, I'm very transparent. You're going to be invited to apply. And once you fill out the application, one of two things can happen. It could either send you to the high ticket funnel or our low ticket funnel. Now, before we get to this point, I want to show you what happens if you don't apply. What's going to happen? Wait time. And you need to understand this. If you're making $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, I'm pretty sure you should at this point understand the whole point of a funnel, right? Because you're doing the same exact thing. You want to push people to a funnel. You want to educate these people. You want to get their information, and then you want to try to get them booked in. So we're giving you a wait time. Now, this mini course, I want to make sure maybe 30 minutes to even 40 minutes max. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you some wait time before I even start my outreach. And this is where I initiate the AI. This is where I activate it. That's that little red dot. That's the AI. Now, once it triggers, once that wait time ends and you haven't applied, I'm going to start my outreach. I'm going to start sending you messages, email. I'm going to start following up with you. And then I'm going to send you the initial message after the wait time. And this is what's going to start a conversation with you. Okay. Once you respond to that conversation, let's say you get to this point and you don't fill out the application, what's going to happen is that my AI, if you do respond, is going to start having a conversation with you, asking qualification questions, seeing where you're at in your journey. Now, depending on your responses and where you're at, either it's going to end up booking an appointment for you, which then notifies our team, or it's going to downsell you, right, to our all access pass, in which then it sends you the payment link, which is literally the low ticket funnel. Once you get the payment link, you automatically get tagged. Then I'm waiting 24 hours. If there's no payment, then I'm going to start sending you email campaigns for the low ticket offer. Do-it-yourself all access pass. Now, the moment I receive payment, if you're already in the campaign, we're going to unsubscribe you, right? Because there's no point of me nurturing you or pushing you to make a payment when you already did. Now, that's what's going to happen if you don't apply. Now, what happens if you do apply? Cool. Two things can happen. And let's start with the low ticket again, because we're kind of in that area. We're going to give you some wait time. You want to look at the low ticket funnel. You want to look at the information. You want to study it. I do have a little mini video in there that educates you about that system, All Access Pass, which is literally my system. Just do it yourself. Now, I'm just going to give you some time. I want you to learn more about the system. Then I'm going to activate the AI after the wait time. I'm going to start my outreach. Now, this outreach is a little bit different from this one because you already applied. Now I know that this is where you're at. So the outreach is going to be a little bit different. Then we send you an initial SMS message. It's a conversation starter that has everything to do with the do-it-yourself all access pass. And that's the cool thing about this, because once I initiate this AI assistant already knows what you're in here for. So the only conversation it's going to have with you is about this product or this service. Then you're basically going to have a conversation with my AI. And depending on how the conversation goes, it's going to ask you if you're interested and it makes sense for you, if you want us to send you the payment link. It's going to send it to you automatically, no problems. Then it's going to tag you. Literally, it's going to do the same exact thing that it does on this end over here. We're going to wait 24 hours before we send you to the email campaign. Then if payment is received, then we're going to unsubscribe you if you're already in the email campaign. Now, what happens when you apply and then you get pushed to the high ticket funnel? This is where you get invited to actually book an appointment yourself if you want to. Now, if you do end up booking yourself, we activate the reminder assistant. You go through our pre-selling system, which we already spoke about already. Our team gets notified, and then we go through the roadmap call. Now, if you don't book an appointment, again, we're giving you some wait time to see if you actually book an appointment. You might be thinking, all right, what's the best time to schedule an appointment? We activate the AI, which already knows that this is where your stage is. This is where you're at. So what we're going to do is we're going to start outreach. We're going to initialize the first conversation starter, the message, the SMS message. If you respond to this message, well, then the AI is going to start having a conversation with you. It's going to start seeing where you're at. Now, if it's something that you're interested in and you see value in it, then it's going to invite you to book an appointment. Once you do, guess what? Same thing is going to happen. Pre-selling system, our team gets notified, and then the roadmap call. That's the system. Very simple. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what happens if nobody responds at all? Guess what? We have an infinite follow-up system. We're going to try to reach out to you again. It could be a voice call and a text message at the same time. Then we move the opportunity to follow up, right? This follow-up system gets triggered. AI automatically starts having the conversation with you. If you respond during this stage, either it's going to actually, depending on what stage you're at, whether it's here, the low ticket, or here before you even applied, the AI is already going to know what stage you're in. And then it's going to either invite you to book an appointment, depending on where you're at, or If it sees that, hey, let me downsell this person, it's going to send a payment link. And then whatever happens, well, the team gets notified. So we're taking every single scenario into consideration. If someone's like, hey, listen, I'm interested, but I'm not ready to book an appointment. All right, cool. AI automatically pushes him to an opportunity stage where I know that this person was interested, but wasn't ready to make the move. And then later on, we can set up a new campaign, database reactivation, for these leads that are on this list or on this stage in the pipeline. Super, super valuable, being able to see the 30,000 foot view of the complete system. This right here is how you're going to be able to constantly improve your system very easily, because you're going to see what's working and then what's not working. You're going to be able to improve it. And when we actually get on the call together, I analyze your complete system. If you already have a complete system in place and you're like, hey, it's working, but I want to improve it and integrate AI into the system, we analyze your current system and we build a structured workflow that makes sense for what you're trying to achieve. All right. So this is what it's like. And I love showing this to people because it just gives you a better idea of how everything works. So if you look over here, this one is actually somebody that opted in. The AI actually asked a couple of questions, noticed that they weren't interested in the high ticket program, but instead downsold him to the do-it-yourself all access pass, our lower ticket. And basically what it did was it actually asked the person if it's okay to send them the link, and they said yes. So the AI actually sent them the link. So let me walk you through a little bit of how this worked out. This was on WhatsApp actually, and my current system is on SMS and WhatsApp at the same time, simultaneously. So I can literally have my AI have simultaneous conversations through WhatsApp and SMS as well. So you can see this person on WhatsApp, I'm basically sending them the first message, right? Is it cool for me to ask you a couple of quick questions just to make sure it's the right thing for your situation? And it's very easy. They click a button. Yes, let's get started. Okay, awesome. Are you currently running a business? Just starting out or planning to start one soon? Running a business, right? Starts asking him a couple of questions about himself and his business. Nice. Actually, right over here. Great. Are you currently using Go High Level in your business or another platform? Go High Level, Pro Plan. Awesome. Who's your ideal client, target market? Jim. Cool. If you could fix just one thing in your business that would actually help you grow revenue, what would it be? Lead gen. Lead generation is a huge one. Would you like me to send you a free resource that shows you how our AI system can actually help you generate more leads? And well, this person said yes. I didn't actually take the screenshot up here. He said yes, and my AI sent him a free resource. Then he's like, hey, what does it cost? And it basically gave him a range, and he's like, hey, what's included in the do-it-yourself all access pass? My AI also asked him right here at this point, and we already spoke about this, would you like me to send it over? Yes, cool. Now you can see right here, my AI literally send him the all access pass link. And you can see right here on this side, this is actually the email he received after he made the payment. So my AI literally sold this person on the all access pass. Now you need to understand that I do have a school community and I do have a YouTube channel that I'm constantly educating everyone on my systems. So you can't really expect someone to just have a conversation, not know you, just randomly sees you on a Facebook ad, not know anything about you, have a conversation with your AI, have your AI send a link, and then have them pay. You can't expect that to happen. Now, you might get lucky. It might happen here and there, no doubt about it, but you can't expect that to happen. The only reason that happens with me, and it's happened multiple times, this is not the first time that it's happened, is because I'm educating everyone. Everyone already knows when they opt in what they're getting themselves into. Now, it's either they're willing to invest in the high ticket program, or they just prefer to invest in the lower ticket system for them to actually do it on their own. And I'm giving them the whole infrastructure already built out. So you need to just tailor the framework and the structure and make it your own. Right here, you could see another one. Now this person actually booked an appointment because he was interested in the high ticket program. Now this person came through my funnel. He booked an appointment. My system basically sent him the confirmation and sent him the first initial message. So right here, it's basically saying, is it cool for me to ask a question just to make sure it's the right thing for your situation? Yes. Great. Which of these best describe you right now? Actively running business, just starting out, planning to start, just starting out. Awesome. Let's dive a bit deeper into your business. Are you currently using Go High Level in your setup? Yes. Great. Great to hear you're using Go High Level. What's the main service or offer you're focusing on? AI automation for businesses and helping people create personal brands. Cool. Now let me skip over here. Now, if you could fix just one thing in your business that would actually help you grow revenue, what would it be? Clarity or a roadmap? Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I've sent over a resource that explains how we help solve clarity and roadmap challenges using AI systems. It should give you a good overview of our approach. Now, just one last question. If the system made sense and you felt confident in the results it could bring you, would you be in a position to invest to get started? Yes, he said, I would. Perfect. I'll pass all this info over to our team so they can actually tailor the call to your goals. You're all set, and I'm looking forward to hearing how it goes. If you have any other questions before the call, feel free to reach out, and it's sent the resource that we promised him right here on the side. Now, obviously, we didn't book an appointment here. Well, because he already booked an appointment. So it doesn't make sense for us to book another appointment when he already did. All we're doing is making sure that he's a quality lead, or depending on what stage he's in, if he's not willing to invest in the higher ticket program, then we're going to downsell him and then try to get him to invest in our lower ticket product. Now, if you look over here, when we're asking him questions about his business and where he's at, we're extracting that information as well. You can see growth stage. Well, he's just starting out. Using Go High Level. Yes. Main service, AI automation for businesses and helping people create personal brands. Ideal client, leads and opportunity process, pain point and solution, clarity or roadmap. Commitment to invest. Yes. So now with all this information, when I get on the call with this person, I'm focusing only on his problems. I'm not talking about anything else. What I want to do is figure out where he's at and what he needs so that I can figure out and build a tailored solution for him. That's it. Because if I'm able to help him with his problems, he's going to see the value in our systems and what we do and how we can actually help him. And this is huge. Now, let's just say you get on the call with someone on a roadmap call and you close that deal, the onboarding. This is another important step that people don't necessarily have an automated system for. Our system actually, when somebody makes a payment, it automatically sends them the welcome email, the agreement, the onboarding funnel. Once they get the agreement and they sign it, I get a notification right away. And in the agreement, we have the service details, the expectations. In the onboarding funnel, they get a welcome video intake form so I can extract as much information from them as possible. FAQs, their business information, documentations of everything that I need to know about their business. We give them the opportunity to schedule a kickoff call with us. We set expectations and a final note video. On the kickoff call, obviously we set expectations again. We talk about their journey. We build excitement. We answer any questions that they might have and anything else that comes up on the actual call. All this is actually automated so that it's all hands-free. I don't have to worry about finding the welcome email and sending it over to them, getting the agreement and sending it over to them, finding the onboarding funnel and sending it over to them. I don't have to worry about that. It's already done for you. And that's the beauty about this onboarding process. And it's super important to have that, because if you're scattering and going all over the place and they see this and you're constantly reaching out to them, asking them for information that you could have collected right from the start, they're going to see you as unprofessional, and it's not going to look good, especially after they made $5,000 or a $10,000 payment to you. They're going to second guess themselves. They're going to be like, oh my God, I just paid this guy $10,000. They're not jumping on one leg after they send you a $5,000 or $10,000 payment. Once they finish the call, they're happy. But then the following day comes and they're just like, oh my God, what's happening? Why did I do it? They're second guessing themselves. But if you make your onboarding process seamless and exciting, they're going to see you as a professional and they're going to know for sure that you're going to help them out. Each stage is automated and intelligently linked to the next and powered by two main platforms. Together, this stack removes human delay, ensures leads are engaged fast, and eliminates manual babysitting across the entire funnel. We will cover more about these platforms on Module 3. Most agencies, whether you're running Go High Level agency or an SMMA paid ads agency, still treat backend operations like an afterthought. They sell a service and then scramble to fulfill it manually. But the agencies that scale, they turn their backend into a product. When you build a system that captures leads, follows up, pre-sells, books, and onboards, all without you, you're not just selling services anymore. You're selling infrastructure. You're selling peace of mind. And once it's built, you can license it, package it, and replicate it for clients who need the same results. That's how you move from service provider to systems architect. Now, let's talk tools. Click the button below to continue to Module 3, where I'll walk you through the exact platforms we use to run this entire system end to end without duct taping 15 tools together or overcomplicating your tech stack. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. By now, you should be seeing the big picture. You understand how the back end of your business needs to operate. But here's the thing. Systems only work when the right tools are in place. Most agency owners get this wrong. They try to stitch together 10 different platforms, duct tape it all together, and hope it holds. It won't. So in this module, I'm going to show you the exact AI stack that we use to run our entire backend, both for Tech Artemis and our clients. It's lean, powerful, and scalable. What we're going to cover is why most agencies' tech stacks fail and what to avoid, why we choose Go High Level as the backbone, how Voxinity, which is a reseller for Assistable, powers AI voice and chat at scale, and how to keep your systems clean, simple, and high converting. So the core stack breakdown is we use Go High Level. This is the operating system for the entire business. Now, a lot of you might know what Go High Level is, but for those that don't, it handles everything from capturing leads, nurturing them, following up via email and SMS, booking appointments, and even managing pipelines and reporting. You can build funnels, landing pages, forms, calendars, automation, and CRM pipelines all under one roof. There's no need for 5+ tools. Go High Level replaces them with one unified system. It also allows full white labeling, making it easier to resell and clone for your clients. It's what we use as the foundation for every backend we build for ourselves and for our clients. If you're already using Go High Level, great, you're ahead of the game. Now, Voxinity is our go-to AI automation platform for real-time voice and chat engagement. It's built on infrastructure. Now, to keep it transparent, Voxinity operates as a branded reseller of Assistable. I'm super transparent about all this. Everything is customizable. Tone, persona, qualifying logic, booking behavior. It's all mapped out to your process. Voxinity integrates seamlessly with Go High Level, making it a true extension of your CRM system. Plus, you can fully white label the platform. And most importantly, you can license and resell these AI agents to your clients as a premium service, creating new revenue streams. Now, it's important to note, you'll see other AI tools out there like Bappy, and while they are powerful, here's what you need to know and understand. To make tools like Bappy work the right way inside an actual agency system, you need to bolt on tools like N8N to handle calendar booking logic, data extraction, self-scheduling, and time zone syncing, right? You also need to set up call summary, transcript, and audio recording capture. You'll need webhooks, API experience, custom development logic. Plus, you'll still need to find a fourth platform to integrate AI chat and months to build a system to make it all flow smoothly inside of Go High Level. Now, I'm not knocking Bappy or any of these other platforms. They have their strengths, but for me, priority is speed and scalability. All right, I'm going to repeat that. For me, my priority is speed and scalability. I need to be able to build fast, launch fast, and replicate fast for both my agency and my clients without spending weeks wrestling with development work and integrations. In business, speed is everything, and I'm sure you guys can agree on that. And unless you've got more hours in your day than the rest of us, or you can pause time, trying to duct tape complex systems together will only slow you down and cost you real opportunities. And that's why we simplified everything with just 2 core tools. Now, these tools weren't just picked for features. They were picked for outcomes, book calls, qualified leads, reduced churn, providing a much faster delivery. It's ease of use, and the best part, it's all under one roof. You can literally see, this is a picture of my Go High Level business account. And you could see how I have a custom menu link inside of Go High Level of our Voxinity platform. Literally, you have access to your assistants, the tags to activate the chat assistants, your phone numbers, widgets, knowledge base, your inbox. Everything is under one roof inside of Go High Level. So if you gave your clients access to this, this is what they will see. It doesn't get better than this. You don't need 100 tools. You need one stack that works seamlessly together. And the best part, you can actually resell this same infrastructure to your clients without actually rebuilding it from scratch. Now, this is what our partners actually have to say. Terry had a strong sales skill, but lacked backend structure to sustain consistent growth. We installed our full system AI growth framework. He launched our AI snapshot system and made another $16,000 in 1 week. He's now doing over $70,000 a month, and he has passed $700,000 in total revenue. He said we were unbeatable, a team that actually does what they say exceptionally well. Steven closed $25,000 in deals fast, including 2 $5,000 sales in 1 day. The AI handled all the nurturing and conversion. Now he's scaling towards $100,000 months with a system that runs on autopilot. He said, I just run ads and send leads to the AI, and it does the heavy lifting. Brendan closed $25,000 in 30 days with self-selling system. He went from nearly empty calendar to 19 booked appointments in 72 hours. Booked 10 appointments within his first 24 hours of going live. He closed $25,000 in deals in 1 month with our AI-powered follow-up system. No manual outreach. The system handled everything automatically. Before working with us, Carlos was actually stuck closing 1 to 2 deals a month, doing all the chasing, following up, and sales calls himself. After installing our self-selling system, he closed 2 5,000 clients almost immediately. The AI handled the heavy lifting, qualifying leads, nurturing conversations, and booking calls. His words exactly. It basically sells itself because that's exactly what the system is designed to do. Now Carlos is consistently pulling $40,000 a month with a sales engine that runs 24/7 and now spends more time with his family traveling. Olu turned her launch into 10 book calls and a $5,000 client in just 1 week. She launched our self-selling system and saw results instantly. Booked 10 appointments in her first week from her ad campaign, closed a $5,000 deal with no manual follow-up, and now we're helping her fulfill for one of her clients, scaling both sides of her business. Samir actually used one of our visuals from our system AI blueprint to close a $6,000 client in 7 days. Samir actually took fast action with our system framework. He used one of our visual workflow charts live on the sales call. The client was sold instantly and paid $6,000 on the spot, and he made his money back in just 14 days. And the crazy thing about Samir, he's also just getting started like Olu. He was just willing to invest in his growth and get results a lot quicker. And the thing about Samir is he didn't waste any time. He got on calls before we even set this up and used our workflows to actually close the deal, which is wild. We haven't even launched his system yet because we're just getting started with him. And the craziest part about it is that he didn't wait. He got on the call with somebody, used our workflows, and closed the deal. Crazy, right? Don't get caught in tool comparison traps. Simplicity scales and clutter slows you down. What matters is that the tools do their job and free you from actually doing it manually. Now click below to go to module 4, where I walk you through packaging all this into a productized AI offer that scales. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. In this video, I'll walk you through how we take all the backend systems we built and turn them into a high margin productized AI offer that helps businesses scale without bloated teams, high churn, or operational chaos. This is how top agencies are packaging AI to grow faster, charge more, and finally step out of the fulfillment without adding team chaos or delivery burnout. Let's talk about something most agencies overlook. Your backend is more than operations. It's the asset. Whether you're a Go High level agency, an SMMA, or paid ads agency, if you're still selling isolated services and fulfilling manually, you're leaving money on the table. What we've done is flip the model. We took our internal system, the infrastructure that runs Tech Artemis and supports our clients' results, and turned it into the product. Not just tech, not just AI, but a complete client acquisition engine that we license and install for other businesses. This isn't about being the marketing guy or the AI guy. You're stepping into the role of client acquisition partner, someone who delivers real infrastructure that drives results. And here's a hard truth. Most agencies are drowning and don't even realize it. You're selling low ticket commoditized offers that dozens of others are pitching, piecing together delivery with BAs and manual hacks, spending hours putting out fires instead of scaling your systems, feeling stuck at $10,000 or even $50,000 per month, not because you lack opportunity, but because you're the bottleneck in your own growth. It's not a sales problem. It's not a client problem. It's a systems problem. Most agency owners are great at their craft, but they're not trained to build systems, manage leads, or scale operations. That's where we come in. And that's why we can charge more and scale faster, because we're solving a core problem that nearly every business struggles with. Remember the gap we covered in module 1, where the client is now manual, inconsistent, overworked, to where they want to be, automated, consistent, growing, freedom. Each of these 4 core pillars we broke down, lead capture, lead management, booking, and pre-selling system, becomes its own system. And when you stack them together, you've built an AI-powered ecosystem that runs 24/7, scales without stress, gives your client their time back, and gives you the ability to charge premium retainers. You're not seen as a vendor. You're the growth strategist who rebuilt the foundation of their business. And when you can competently solve a business owner's entire client acquisition flow, they don't even flinch when you quote $5,000, $10,000, or even $20,000 packages, because you're not selling marketing or just AI. You're selling the growth infrastructure that powers profit. Let's make this real. Each of these pillars, lead capture, lead management, booking, and the pre-selling system actually, can be positioned as a standalone system or layered into a premium all-in-one ecosystem, depending on your client's needs. Obviously, this was just an example. Whether you're running Facebook ads, offering Go High level SaaS solutions, right now, you're likely offering a basic service. But what happens when you actually structure your offer into a complete client acquisition system? Now you're not just running ads, you're building a machine that captures, qualifies, books, nurtures, and converts leads, with or without the business owner. Each pillar becomes a modular add-on, Are you struggling to generate consistent high quality leads? Do you feel like you're burning cash on ads without seeing any real result? Are your leads booking calls or just disappearing? Are you constantly chasing people who never show up? These are the real everyday frustrations business owners are dealing with. And these are the key questions you should be asking when you sit down with the prospect. Why? Because your job isn't just to sell a service, it's to solve a real business problem. Once you understand where they are and what they're stuck on, you can recommend the right solutions. That could be the full AI-powered ecosystem or something more focused, just like the lead gen system or the AI-driven engine. If they're early stage and just need help filling their pipeline, start there. Let them know, let's fix this first. Once the lead starts flowing and you're getting overwhelmed, we'll just plug in the next system to help you keep up. And the good news, I've already built that next step so we can grow together. To build deeper rapport, here are some powerful discovery questions. What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now with your growth? How are you currently handling follow-up? Who's responsible? When the new lead opts in, what happens next? Do you have a clear nurture sequence or is it all done manually? What does success look like for you over the next 90 days? Asking these kind of questions show that you're not just here to pitch, you're here to help. And that's what makes you different. This flexibility allows you to build higher ticket, value-based offers, create layered tiers in the program, and productize your intellectual product and scale without custom builds for each and every single client. This is the path to becoming a true partner in growth. Now, let me show you something over here real quick. Now, this is the AI infrastructure pricing guide. Now, it's helpful to know what kind of pricing you can command this type of offer. This document over here actually outlines the complete pricing structure we recommend for AI infrastructures, including initial setup fees, monthly retainers, AI voice minute allocations, and additional considerations for additional charges. Use this guide to clearly communicate pricing options to potential clients and navigate common questions during the sales process. Now, again, this is just an example. If you think outside of the box, there's so many different ways to approach and package the systems. The initial setup fees cover the complete implementation of the AI infrastructure, creating a foundation for the client's AI-powered business operations. This one-time investment provides immediate access to powerful AI capabilities while customizing the system to match the client's specific business requirements and objectives. You can charge them anywhere between $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, even $20,000 for the one-time payment or the upfront payment. Now, if you're just starting out, most clients I've noticed the average or the sweet spot is around $6,500. Depending on the service or the complexity. Lead generation focused implementation may have higher costs due to additional work that needs to get done if you're going to be running ads for them. And also the free support period we usually recommend typically includes 60 to 90 days of premium support after implementation and starts the first day of payment actually. Now, what's included in the initial setup? The complete system setup, which is the full implementation of the system configuration for your client's specific business needs. Custom AI integration, right? This is the integration of both chat and voice AI components tailored to the client's requirements and use cases. Branded workflows, custom workflows and automations aligned with client branding and business processes. And then CRM integrations with AI enhanced capabilities if needed. After the initial 60 to 90 day premium support period concludes, clients transition to a monthly retainer model to ensure continued optimization and support. This monthly investment ensures the system continues to evolve with the client's business needs. And typically, we charge anywhere between $1,500 to $2,500 per month. Obviously, the higher range is if you're going to be running ads for them. But I would say anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 if it's just the AI system. This obviously begins after the initial 60 to 90 day premium support period. No contract terms, and you can cancel at any time. The monthly retainer covers essential services, including performance monitoring, technical support, system updates, campaign adjustments, AI retraining, prompting tuning, and access to new platform features and upgrades as they become available. Now remember, these are only recommendations. Each client, if you want to, receives 2,000 free voice minutes per month as part of their standard package. This allocation resets monthly and does not carry over to subsequent months. Based on our client usage data, this allowance is typically more than sufficient for most client operations. The generous allocation is designed to provide predictable pricing while ensuring clients can fully leverage AI voice capabilities without constant concern about usage limits. When explaining this allocation to clients, emphasize that 2,000 minutes typically translates to approximately 33 hours of AI voice interaction monthly, sufficient for most business use cases. Now, if the client exceeds the 2,000 minute monthly allocation, you have the option to present the client between a permanent billing or a tier upgrade. Now, if you do the option one, which is a pay per minute, once they go over this 2,000 minutes, it could be 20 cents per additional minute above the 2,000 minute allocation, or they can choose the tier upgrade, which you can charge them anywhere between 300, maybe even more, for an additional 2,000 minutes, which basically comes up to 15 cents per minute. Now, you want to note that the backend cost for you is approximately 7 cents per minute, ensuring you still have a strong margin regardless of which option the client selects. During sales calls, downplay overage concerns by emphasizing that the standard allocation is sufficient for most clients. For AI functionality, clients must establish their own Twilio account to manage the telecommunication aspects of the system. The approach provides several advantages for both clients and partners. Clients maintain direct control over their communication infrastructure. Billing for telecommunication usage remains separate from your services. During implementation, clients will need to create their own Twilio account, add their payment method directly to that account, and grant administrative access to your implementation team. This setup ensures that any telecommunication charges are billed directly to the client, keeping the billing clean and straightforward. Just remember, US-based businesses require A2P verification for SMS messages, and it must be set up for them. Now, you do have the option of using Lead Connector as well, but I find it so much easier if you just use Twilio. Now, these are some of the best practices when discussing pricing. Number one, when presenting the pricing structure to potential clients, focus on the value provided rather than immediately diving into the technical details about overage fees or minute allocations. Position the initial setup fee as an investment in transforming their business capabilities through AI. For the monthly retainer, emphasize the ongoing optimization and evolution of their AI infrastructure. Frame it as a continuous improvement rather than just maintenance. And number two, this is how you would handle voice minute questions. Use this recommended script. Your plan includes 2,000 free minutes per month, which is more than enough for nearly every single client we've worked with. During the onboarding process, you can then provide details. In the rare case that you exceed your allocation, any overage usually only adds on another $15 to $20 per month, if anything at all. This approach prevents unnecessary concerns about usage limits during the sales process while maintaining transparency. So why does this change everything? You stop selling your time. You stop scrambling to fulfill, and you unlock recurring scalable revenue with every single client you install the system for. This is the same play used by the biggest SaaS companies. They build once, deploy multiple times. Now agencies can do it too. And if you follow the past 3 modules, you've already seen how it works. Now it's time to decide, do you want to keep freelancing in disguise, or do you want to build something real? Now, if this vision clicks with you and you want help customizing this exact AI infrastructure inside your agency, click the button below and apply for a private strategy call. We'll break down how to implement this step by step and determine whether it's a fit for your current model and client base. I'll see you on the next one.